everybody. Happy Friday. How you guys doing? What's up? I don't think I put my camera back where it's supposed to go. At least I'm not muted today, you know, that's a big bonus. I mean, that's where it goes if I'm, like, sitting up correctly with upright posture, which doesn't usually last very long, so I probably shouldn't plan for that. Nari, Victoria, Joseph, Charlene, Hazel, I like your new glasses. Thanks, Dances. So, I understand that it may be hard to tell the difference. Because, so these are my new glasses. These are my new prescription, just regular seeing glasses. And these are my gaming glasses. They're basically the same thing. These are a little pinker, also don't have the yellow tone on them. And I don't know yet. I just got these like an hour ago, so I don't know yet if they filter enough blue light for me to want to use them all the time for computering. I'm going to try wearing them, just these, for a while, to see if that's the thing. They do have blue light filtering on them. I paid extra for it, so hopefully that's good. How is everyone? LFR just died 3 times, told people to watch your guide. Hopefully it helps you clear. First time watcher from Tasmania. Welcome, Timothy. Oh, Kat's coming in. She's gonna come say hi. Hello. We have for our pet cam today, this is the minnow/shrimp tank. Dog is going to be picked up later this afternoon. He's going back to the vet to get his stitches out on his head where he had his little lumps removed. So he will be gone later. Are you having a good day? I think so. I'm a little exhausted, but I think it's my own fault. I think I'm just... You know when you get, like, in a brain space that's just really... Like, I wouldn't say effective or very fast, but you feel very frantic in your brain and therefore exhaust more easily while doing normal and easily done things. That's me. I feel like my glasses make me on the screen look sharper, and I know that's just because I see better with them. I thought I wouldn't see a difference on the computer because they're correcting for distance vision. I'm nearsighted, which is why I need them. So I figured, you know, I'm like, what, 2 feet, like 2 feet away from this one and 2.5 feet away from this monitor. I figured it wouldn't matter, but I do see much better now. It's weird and exciting, and I'm very excited. The first thing I did was I went and found my cat and stood like 4 feet away from my cat and was like doing a bunch of this. It's like, wow, I didn't know this cat had that many whiskers. What's Kitty's name? I mean, functionally it's Kitty. Her name is Kira, but nobody really calls her that, which is funny because we named her that, but we only have the one cat, so she can just be Cat. It is my birthday today. Happy birthday, Casper Bull. New glasses are adorable. So I made a couple of mistakes. I don't know if this first thing's a mistake, but I got 2 pairs because I figure I'm me. You know, I drop things, I break things. Sometimes I lose things. It might be good for me to just have a second pair on hand, just in case something happens. So it's not like I'm gonna be blind anyways, which is why this was kind of dumb. This is like a very minor vision correction. But I bought a second pair because I also like the second style and I couldn't pick and I didn't get to try the second ones on. And then I also bought a glasses case from them because they're like, do you want a case to keep your glasses in? And I'm like, yeah, that would be good. And it didn't tell me they were going to ship an actual case. So then I have a lot of cases now. But these are the other ones. So it's the same prescription, it's just different frames. These ones I got to try on ahead of time, so I knew I liked them. And these ones are more of a risk. These are like the sassy cat eye glasses for when I'm feeling like a snappy librarian. I don't hate them, but I don't think I like them as much as the other ones. They're fine. They're fine. I think I just need to be like having a library party first. For today's stream activity, I figure now is as good a time as any to hop on to my Horde character and do a couple of World Quests, because World Quest bonus event is up right now, so you're getting 50% more rep from World Quests. And I really need Zandalari rep still. I'm not quite done. I want to scooch and adjust my camera, and I don't want to disturb my cat. It's hard to make her get up, actually. Let's see. It's just usually like Raptor right at the top of the frame. That's usually too far. No, too far. Bottom of the poster. Let's try that. That's close enough. Okay. Oh, I might have to change later in the stream because this office really cooks in the afternoon. Like, the weather's starting to get warmer, and that's fine, you know, it's spring, that's what happens. And it's not even that hot outside. It's 66 degrees outside right now. In Celsius, that would be like 15, 16, so like warm, but not even room temperature yet. But because it's sunny outside and the sun just like hits this side of the building in the afternoons, and this particular room gets a lot of it, so it's currently 75, and it could easily be 80 plus by the time the stream is done. So I may at some point have to go like put shorts on or something. Getting glass is definitely an interesting change. I'm surprised by how much it makes a difference. I wasn't really convinced, because when you're getting your eye exam, oh good, there's a invasion app, perfect, okay. When you're getting an eye exam, they put you in front of the machine and they do the little 1 2 1 2 1 2 thing. My eye doctor was like so fast, he was like zipping right through it. And then he shows you like on the giant machine the difference when you're looking at like one letter of text that's like really far away, and that looks different, but it's hard to really translate that into what it's going to be like in your regular day-to-day life. Better to have too many cases than too few. Alright, well that's good. That's a relief. Got super bored grinding Zuldazar rep myself, or Zandalari rep, haven't finished it. This is my Zandalari bar. This green bar at the top, I am about roughly 14k, a little less than 14k of 21k, and I am with you. I am real bored, but such is the way of things. And it does go, like, right now is a great, like, right now for the next, like, 4 hours is great, because we have, like, we have, like, what, 5 extra world quests. That's an extra 100-ish rep each, because they're going to give me, like, 115-ish rep per... Also, this is going to take me all stream. Doing, like, one zone's worth of world quest is going to take me all stream. I'm so slow at world quests when I'm trying to stream because I get lost constantly. Or I'll just forget what I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah, so you get 5 extra world quests. Because it's bonus rep and you get 50% extra, it's going to be, like, 115, and then there's, like, another 10. Or maybe it's just 100, and then the 10 makes it 15, because I have a Zandalari contract on as well. I need a group for this world quest. Hi, Seb Aileen, how are you doing? Time to log in and rep grind. It is the week to do it. It feels so slow. I was talking about this on the vlog. It didn't feel bad at all when I did it the first time on Alliance side, because I wasn't waiting, like, there was nothing really at the end of it. I was going to get a horse mount, you know, hooray. And that was kind of it. So I just kind of got it whenever. I didn't really grind it. I just sort of lived my life and did emissaries and world quests for like gear and gold and whatever, and eventually got exalted that way. But this character, you know, she's Horde and I'm not. So I only ever play this tune when I am specifically to do this. This is the one thing that I do, is I'm grinding Zandalari rep. Okay, cat's gone, I can scooch. I'm grinding Zandalari rep. That's close enough. So I don't log on to it very often, which means I'm missing a lot of those like little incidental bits of rep. Alex Hastings, thanks for the super chat. And Ezra, thank you for your super chat. Hi Hazel, my roommate came home to me raging about a Legion Battle Pet world quest for Falcosaurs. Thank you for the guide. No problem. Those ones are a journey, but they're a worthwhile journey. You get a cute little buddy that you appreciate more. You love your buddy and the spoon that you can stick in your buddy's beak much more for how long it took. Not even revered yet. You'll get there if you want it. If you don't do it, then you probably won't, but I'm getting there. So we're gonna find out today on stream, just doing one invasion, because there's also a 500 rep lump sum just from the end of the invasion. There's no emissary for it today, so that's a bummer, but there's been a few. I've done a couple of those. Those are 1500 whenever that's up. But just doing, and I'm sure I could just like mouse over this and do the quick math. I did clear the zone like last night after raid, so there's not as many world quests as could be up. We'll see. We'll see how much it gives me. Hopefully a couple thousand. Good afternoon. How hyped are you for Heritage Armor? Gnome Heritage Armor. I'm excited that gnomes are getting some love. I figured in the grand scheme of Heritage Armor release orders that gnome would be the like second bottom of the pile next to like goblins or something, because people oddly don't like playing short races. Can't imagine why. So the fact that we're so early makes me feel respected as a gnome, and also the goggles are cool. I'm not actually gonna wear the actual armor. It's great. There's nothing wrong with it, but my gnome, I tend to play her more to her class fantasy than to her race fantasy. So she's very shadowproof. She wears a lot of cloth. She wears a lot of like spooky stuff, spooky cloth stuff. And gnome heritage armor, while awesome and very distinctly gnomish, is not really spooky cloth stuff. So I might fit the goggles into a set, but probably not the rest of it. Also, I don't wear pants as a rule. Tips for running a successful guild. I could make some up for you, but they would not be from experience because I've never done it. I'd be so scared. I'm very lucky to have my guild run by completely different people. It's not my guild. It's just a guild that I am in. So I have no idea. I would say things that my guild leaders do that I appreciate that keep things running smoothly. First of all, they have a 0 tolerance policy for any kind of drama, and that's kind of easy because we're an older guild. I'm 26, and I think I'm the youngest member of the guild. Well, maybe not. There might be a few people younger, but generally speaking, on average, our raiding team is middle-aged, so that helps. So yeah, 0 tolerance policy for starting conflict. What else do they do? We have a thing. So when we're raiding, if it's a raiding guild, we have a rule where under no circumstances are you ever allowed to whisper somebody asking for their loot. If you get loot and you don't want it, you can give it to anybody you want, or you can offer it in chat for people to roll for it, or you can give it to the guild leaders and they can offer it in chat for people to roll for it or decide who needs it. But if you got it, it's yours, and you should not have to deal with anybody guilt-tripping you or asking you or trying to argue that they need it more than you. Even if you just want it for transmog, if it dropped for you, you keep it. So nobody, that is an enforced, it's like the only rule that they're actually, I mean, I've never even seen it enforced because nobody's done it as far as I know, but that's the thing, is you're not allowed to whisper people begging for their stuff because it's just, I don't know, it's not good. Did you know there's a secret 5-man boss in Nomergon? I have seen that actually, I think. Hi Hazel, how you doing? Stuff cracking? Doing alright. I'm ready for a weekend. I'm ready for my dog to be eating dry food again. Hopefully that's soon. So he had a couple of teeth out last week, and he's been on wet food ever since. So we've been like mixing canned wet food into his softened kibble. Like we'll soak his kibble and then mix that in with wet food. And I'm about over it because it's really hard to get him to eat it. He will almost never eat it from me. He will usually only eat it from my husband. He often requires it to be hand fed to him. So not a spoon, not a dish, your hand. And it smells vile. It smells absolutely awful. And that's part of having a dog. It's fine. But I'm looking forward to him being able to return to the dry food that all of us prefer. Because it's just going to be nicer. Okay. This particular world quest is Void Elf heads collected. I understand it because there's Void Elf mobs around and you kill them and you loot their heads. But there's like 4 Void Elves. I must be looking in the wrong spots. There's like a couple up here, but they seem to have a terrible spawn rate. And they're not very dense either. Hi Hazel, yes, I can't play short races. Island Treasure Map, 1500 for Honor Bound or Zandalari? I want to say it's Honor Bound. I could be wrong though. It's been a while since I've done it actually. I have not done any islands on Horde. Blizzard wanted the world to seem bigger, so I rolled a gnome. It's a good quote. Only the outfits ever drop for me, except at the halfway mark. Eggs. Oh, you got the Strider to drop. That's pretty lucky. That's the most valuable one. Recently bought a Mop Collector's Edition. Possible to redeem the Mountain Pet and Codes? If so, do you know how? I think you can. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure you can. And there is a general purpose code redemption page somewhere on the Blizzard World of Warcraft website. I'm pretty sure that if you go poke around on the WoW website, there should be a redeem a code, and it's not picky about which one, somewhere, and I bet you can still plug it in and have it work. I am 85% sure that that's going to work for you. Never even created a gnome character. I may have to give them a shot. They're more fun than you think. I'm not on one right now, but like, you feel like you're running, especially when you first make a brand new baby gnome. Like usually level 1 characters feel like they are crawling because they're so slow because you can't mount yet. But a gnome character, you're going the same speed as everybody else, but you're like such a little bean on such teeny tiny little legs that you feel like you're just what's a word for walking fast? I don't know. But they're like big steps too. You're like almost doing the bottom of the sea raised speed water jumping thing. Like you're moonshoeing. That's a verb. Okay. Thanks for the guild tips. Squashing anything that comes up. Mostly pulling before the tank, which relates to me. Oh yeah, it happens. Usually, usually with us at least, it's an accident. And it hasn't happened in a while. How's rep farming going? It's coming. I'm like beyond the halfway point. So that's nice. That's like somewhat encouraging. This will be over eventually. I hate this world quest though. There's just not enough void elves. Just put them all in a pile. More to the north. A couple at the world boss. They're very sporadic. Keep looking at the region you're in. I've always gotten it done by kind of like bouncing between this little area and then the one down south where the extra Ravasors are. Maybe there's another spawn point that's got like 19 of them like I want them to be, but I think this is about it. Her Dispriest, good place. Thoughts? I bet it is. I've heard good things. I have never tried it and I probably won't because I'm just stubborn like that, but seems good. How's life in 4K going? It's only been like 2 hours, but it's great. It's just so sharp, and I'm a resolution snob. I never thought that I would need 4K when the 4K first came out. I was like, we already got 1080. What else do you people want? Can you even see higher than 1080? That was like 2010 me or whenever it was that 4K started becoming consumer level. So I'm over that now. And I have, you know, we got I'm not an 8K person yet. I'm not quite that level, those levels of crispy, but I prefer real sharp screens and sharp content to go on them. So when I found out that I can see the whole world like that, it's very exciting. I thought this was just going to help me like read when I'm outside, which it probably will. Does your husband play WoW? Sure does. He takes breaks sometimes. He probably takes breaks more often than me, although that's not hard given that I don't really take breaks. But he is currently raiding with us. He is playing a hunter. I want to say he's Marks. Yeah, he's probably Marks because he's in ranged, and I know when he's playing BM because he's mad about it because pet AI. So yeah, he's got to be Marks. No, he hasn't been a fire mage in a while. He's been a hunter. He also, like, after the fire mage and before the hunter, he had a resto shaman period. And I think that's just because we all told him he'd never play a healer because it's very out of character for him. And I think he just did it to spite everybody, but we also needed a healer, so he had a resto shaman phase, which he may or may not have to go back to because we had a healer drop out for this tier. So we'll see. What's happening? Why? I don't want aggro. I am in pain. Let's see. Striding? Just for that, I'm creating one now. They also have the coolest hairstyles, or if you're playing a male gnome, the most fantastic mustaches available in the whole game. I'm going to do the last... I think you can still do them after you do the end thing, but I'm going to go do the last world quest anyways. Live? Been so long since I've seen a live one. Welcome, Roman. Made a priest gnome because of you. Always loved gnomes, but never found the perfect class for it. I like Shadow Priest. I mean, they're cute as Holy Priest too. Like, they've got the whole... I think they look really good with the glittery effects of a Holy Priest, and I'm sure this is fine. Wouldn't know. But, yeah. Gnome Shadow is just the best. Really want to level gnome, can't decide what classes to play. They make great mages too. Specifically, I think Arcane Mage, because I'm pretty sure gnomes still get 5% more maximum mana. So if that's next to Arcane Blast, then knock yourself out. Oh no, this is the end thing. Pink bouncy ponytails. What's wrong with pet AI? You'd have to ask a hunter. I don't actually play pet classes anymore. I used to. I had my hunter phase back in, like, Cataclysm. And then my warlock phase was mob. It's been a while. I don't think I need to kill this person at all. What am I up here doing? Freeing prisoners. My 40 so alts are mostly all gnomes and goblins. Item level on this character, so this is just my horde alt. She is item level 363, and she's gotten her gear exclusively from world quests and invasions. I've never even queued for a warfront. I think she did like one lap of Arathi rares when I very, very first leveled up and got a couple of 340 pieces that I've since replaced. But aside from that, just world quest stuff. That's it. Currently trying to farm for bumbles thanks to your guide. Good luck. Ugh. I mean, I say good luck. It's not, well, I guess getting the first drop takes a little bit of luck. That takes a bit of time. Did you use a specialist for your dog or a regular vet? I think it was a regular vet. I didn't actually go to that appointment. I went to the cat. I go sometimes, but whenever, I think I was streaming. And also, I don't know if my husband was there either. I think he just dropped him off. I have a gnome rogue. How do you feel about killing Alliance forces siding with the Horde? I had a good amount of guilt about it early on, like especially when I was doing the war campaign. I would, whenever I was like fighting an Alliance character, especially towards the end of the Horde war campaign when you're like pushing into Nazmir, I would just slash apologize to like every named NPC that I had to fight. But I'm just unlocking Zandalari. These are just, you know, my priest has never met these guys. I never go on my boats. I only ever go on their boats. You know? If they wanted the soldiers on my boats to not get slaughtered by random questers, they would put me up there. Mop warlocks were so amazing. I played Destro in Mop. I was an undead Destro warlock. Like, I played a lot of stuff, and I was never very good at any of it. I switched alts too much. But the one that I spent the most time on, I did a little bit of Siege of Orgrimmar on my Mop undead Destro lock. Macroed a lot of pet attack and other commands into my main skills. Haven't had a huge problem, except for pulling. I think it's usually if there's an ability tied to the pet, like a BM stun or on warlocks the kick, and you go to use it and your pet is either not on the correct target or just not in the right area. I've heard frustration about that. Again, this is all like second, third hand. I haven't dealt with it personally in a while. Okay, there's the prisoners freed. I guess I'm going to find out whether or not I can still go back and do that last world quest. No, you know, I don't have to turn this in yet. Because this will be like a quest that I can turn in, but I don't have to turn it in yet. You could roll in Restored or Holy Priest. Which one is better? Honestly, I don't know. Resto's great for fights where you need to be able to move because you can just cast almost everything instantly. So high mobility fights I think Restored Druids do well in. And then, I think generally speaking, is Dis better than Holy? I have no idea. I don't heal in raids. I barely even, like, I benefit from other people healing. That's great. I love it when they heal me. Gotta go now. Have a great stream. See you later, Alex. Anyone said that you reminded them of Felicia Day? Once or twice, and I don't see it because she's Felicia Day. And I don't know what's going on here, but it ain't Felicia Day. Maining Desterlock for years. It was great in Mop. I think it was. I remember Chaos Bolts were like so exciting because they just slapped stuff. Sir Pouncelot, thank you for the super chat. I think that you are going to be on the Iron Throne at the end of everything. Just you. Weak Aura set up. Tell me where my pet is or isn't. How do you keep track of your arcane charges with your UI? I don't. They're actually up here underneath my character frame. You've got like the 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. But the way I play Arcane is I have 4 charges, and then I just spam Arcane Blast. And if I run out of mana, that sucks. That's really how it works. For me. Don't recommend it. I'm not an Arcane mage. It's fine if you're just questing as one, though. Is there a Flight Master? Yeah. I still hate Dazar lore. I'm glad we invaded it. I wish we'd burned it, and then we could have, like... It would, like, if we had burned the whole pyramid, the whole city, melt the whole thing, and then the Horde can just set up, like, a nice little camp with, like, some cute tents and stuff, and then maybe they can put their mission board by their Hearthstone point, by their Scrapper, like everybody else, you know? Would have been great. Nobody would have been mad. Dis is stronger in Higher Mythic Plus dungeon. Holy holds its own in raids thanks to raid heals. Oh, okay. Love watching your channel. Do you ever drink detox tea? What are your experiences with it? Never tried detox tea because my impression is that it is basically an unregulated, like, what do you call it? It's like, oh, there's a word for it. There's a word for it. Drugs that treat constipation. I forget. Somebody will tell me. But it's basically an unregulated way to attack your digestive system and make it just, like, give up on digesting stuff. It's not it's not safe necessarily. And I've never seen any convincing laxative, thank you. It's basically, from what I understand, an unregulated laxative, which is both scary and a ripoff, and not a good thing to do to your body. Not excited about it. In my opinion, if you want to detox, just drink a lot of water. Water's good. Taco Bell? Another word for laxative. I've never had Taco Bell, actually. Don't get the well, maybe I have. I don't get the impression that there would be a lot of food there that I could eat. And also, I don't have a great track record with Mexican food. Even Chipotle. I can eat Chipotle. It's fine. But I really don't care for it. It's just so boring. And maybe that's because I'm not eating any meat there. Maybe it's just because I'm getting bean burritos and, like, their tofu is just, I mean, it's fine. It's food. It's not gross. I don't ever want it. I would almost always take something else. Death juice. Okay. Oh, this one. This one. Where's my extra action button keybind? Hope you get Zandalari rep faster somehow. Off to Mythics. Thanks, John. Have fun. Liver and kidneys should be sufficient to detox everything. That's what they're there for. Exactly. And if they're not, you need to see your doctor. Yeah, if you're getting any kind of medical advice from Instagram ads, you need a doctor. Which, to be fair, doctors aren't free, but the gnome leader he is not dead. They're in a coma that he won't recover from. So my opinion is that whatever's going to happen to Mechatork, almost certainly, and this isn't something that I know from PTR or anything, I haven't gotten that far, I'm just guessing, but I would be shocked if they don't do this. And basically, so King Mechagon is he's like the new version of the we should make everybody mechanical from Northrend, right? Like, he wants to erase the curse of flesh and stick mechanical everything on gnomes, basically. And my impression is that is the root of how they're going to fix Mechatork. I think they are going to need to mechanize him either in part or in full. And if they do have to mechanize him in full in order to get him back on his feet, that could be a source of controversy among gnome kinds who cannot decide whether or not he is still really a gnome. That would be an interesting thing for them to mess with, I think. I don't know if that's going to happen, but there's, like, really obvious pieces of that puzzle just kind of, like, sitting on the playing board right now, so that's my guess. Something along those lines. Taco Bell has a lot of options you can customize to be vegetarian. Still trashy, but I love it. I would say that I'll have to try it sometime, but that might be a lie. I don't ever get the feeling that I'm missing out enough to make me really want to try it. Also, we're not really fast food people. We're like if we're eating out, it's usually like the step above takeout where they charge you a little more and you're like, it's not better for you necessarily, but it's not fried. So, like, what am I thinking? Like, we have this place called Cafe Yum that does like rice bowl places. We have lots of rice bowl places around here that'll give you like rice and then, you know, just a bunch of stuff in it. So you get like your spinach and your beans and your salsa. I guess it's like a burrito just without a tortilla. I don't know why that makes it better. Rice bowl places, and I don't know. I like sushi. Possible to check your raid lockout in game? Sure is. It's in a weird spot still. So you go to O, which is your social tab, open up raid, and then go into raid info, and you'll see your raid lockouts right there. It's a strange place to keep it. I'm shocked they haven't moved it yet, but I guess it's not a high priority. Gnomekind. Friday streams are the best after a long day of work. Welcome, Softy. Happy weekend. Oh, man. It's so nice outside, and it's going to be so nice this weekend. I want to take the dog to, like, a park and then just, like, tire him out running around and then find, like, a nice spot of lawn and a blanket and just, like, bring a book and, like, a juice box and pretend that I'm 11. Great. Oh no, those are the horde ones. I need the gyrocopters. That's right. Don't let us do the Northrend quest again. All must be mechanized. I mean, that is kind of the theme. Talking about Mechadork while firing missiles at gnomes. Yeah. What can I say? I want a Zandalari troll alt. I also want to do something real dumb, and that is I want to do and it's not even a challenge. The word challenge is just a thing. It's just like leveling all my alts challenge, where I do streams. Probably, like, this is kind of my pocketed mind idea. This is sort of my sub-plan. It's not really a plan, but it's the beginnings of a plan for what I would do to try out Twitch streaming to see if it's a viable option for me. Would be to do leveling all my alts streams, which is basically exactly what it sounds like, where I level all of my alts, because I have a lot of them and they're not leveled yet. I guess the challenge is just not giving up. It's not like doing it all at once or anything. It's not a marathon kind of thing. I have never been one for marathon streams. I stream for like 2 hours and then I need a nap. Burrito bowls. There's a thunderstorm where I'm at. It's raining hard here, very windy. Setting up our lure coursing rig for our dogs this weekend. A lure coursing rig. Is that like some kind of agility thing? I've never heard of that. I've ported to the wrong city. I wanted this one. Saw wine pouches at the store yesterday. They look like Capri Sun. Oh man, that sounds like my kind of wine. I am not a classy wine lady. Can't really tell how nice this is, so I'll just have, I mean, I don't want like the cheapest stuff to the point where it's gross, but like, there's nothing wrong with a good old average everyday box of wine. I'm not mad about it. Oh man, how much rep? So my rep bar is up here. I am 14.5 of 21. I'm up about 600 reps since I started, and I'm about to get another 500 when I go turn it in. There's also another rep quest down at the docks. We're gonna have to dispel some scheming street scamps. If you ever do a late night stream, I mean, it depends on how late you mean. I go to bed early. I start getting ready for bed at like 9:30 because it takes me ages to get ready for bed. And then I want to be in bed like 10-ish because I read for half an hour, 45 minutes. And then I want to get like between 8 and 9 hours before I get up at 7. Because having enough sleep is very important to me. My whole life falls apart if I try and like squeak by on like 6 hours. It's just not happening. It's not good. So I go to bed really early. I used to do late night streams. I used to do late night arena streams. Those were different times. Still waiting for Hazel after dark. Yeah, it would be like Hazel slightly after sunset if we're being honest. Okay, I have never done this world quest. How on earth do I... Well, I'm gonna go turn this other thing in first. I just want to. If wine tastes good, it's a good wine as far as I can tell. That's kind of how I feel. And that's the attitude I try to bring to other things, even if I would be inclined to be snobbier about them. Like, I've had a good amount of tea. I'm not a tea expert, but I have a variety... I have an appreciation for a variety of teas. And if someone comes up to me and they tell me that they like Lipton, and that's like their favorite thing, then I need to not judge them for that, because if it's good to them, then it's good. If you're enjoying the thing that you're consuming and you're not like forcing it on anybody else, then that's fine. Congratulations. You're probably saving a bunch of money. It's way cheaper. I still won't ever buy myself Lipton, but Hazel After Dark streams would be nice. Ugh. Oh boy. Alright, how do I dispel street scamps? What do I do? Is there an item? When they're world quests, they don't give you quest text. The thing said, what did the chat say? Help! These little ones have taken our scrolls and turned themselves into beasts! We have dispelling scrolls, but you will need to get close enough to use them. Help! Watch out! Yeah. I don't see any... Oh, no, I see circles on my map. Okay. Click on them? Just click on them. Oh, well, alright. I guess that's fine. Hey, get back here. That's the world quest? That's the whole world quest? Go click on 5 things? Is there a catch? This one's got a big circle. Oh, yeah, he's doing a stompy stomp. Okay. So you just wait for the stompy stomp, and then you go do it, and that's fine. But it's gotta be, okay. What do the raptors do? Do they just move? I always read that one out loud in her voice and annoy my brother with, oh, he kicked me. Rude. Okay, so he's got like a front, he's got a back cone. Stop that. Is there anything you can do aside from just like grumping at them? Okay. Ugh. Get an item by the quest. They stomp. Sometimes they interrupt you. Okay. All right. Kind of like the packages falling off the Brutosaur one. I only did that one once, but that was a whole fun thing. I feel like that must be a horde rite of passage to die to that Brutosaur world quest at least once. You know, if you just aced it every time, then congratulations. But at least the first time before you realize that that it actually matters when it hits you. Takes you at once. Got my little Ben fawn last night. Congrats, Joe. Shows a cast bar. Oh. I did not see one, but it's okay because I've done my quest. Alright, so we're closer now. We're 15 of 21. We only need 6k more. We got 1k from that. The Dungeon World Quest is for Honor Bound, although it might give me something. There's a world quest. I don't know if the Island Expedition meta thing will give me... I'm pretty sure it gives me Honor Bound rep. I don't think it gives me Zandalari rep. I'm not sure, though. This teacup is empty. How's all the fur family and the hubby? I think they're good. They're good. Hubby's taken a dog to the vet this afternoon, got his stitches out. Kitty is good as ever. Her nail is very clean. It's growing back in. She's got like a little teeny tiny stubby toenail where it's grown back after it got damaged. And everybody's been good. Even the fishies are good. We have a shrimp tank today, which I tried to like clean up for you guys because I went and looked in it and some of the plants were like melting. It's kind of just like an experience working on a planted tank. Sometimes some plants will do really well, and sometimes they just give up and die. So I was trying to like clean up bits that weren't doing too well, and I think I made it worse. But yeah, there's a fish in there. You might be able to catch a shrimp every now and then. There's like a huge bunch of moss that I kind of want to make smaller, but also the fish and the shrimp really like it, so I don't want to mess with it too much. Yeah, I see a cast bar when I do the Brutosaur package stomp. I didn't see one for the scamps, though, although I wasn't really looking. Yeah, any world quest in Zuldazar will give actually a little bit more than 75 rep right now, just because of the 50% extra. So I want to show you guys, and this is a poor start, because I want to show you an add-on. I don't know what add-on is doing this, but if you have trouble with the calligraphy quests, one of my add-ons, and I can probably look up what it is, but one of my add-ons is giving me this window, which is letting, because it's got like a little line you can align, and it shows me when I've gone far enough so that I can do the thing without it being stupid. I think I took too long. I think I just took too long, like, showing it to you. Hang on. It helps a lot. And the funny thing is, I don't know which add-on that is. One of you probably knows. 1, 2, 3. Done. Is it World Quest List? World Quest List? I have World Quest List. They do things like that sometimes. I betcha there's a... Is there like a / World Quest List? Okay, yeah. World Quest List. Get that. Love it. It's also great just for the actual quest listing. Like, you can see all of the quests here, which is overwhelming, but you can click on any of these things to sort them. So you can sort them by rewards if I wanted to see, like, the pet battle charm ones, and I can look at this whole map and see that there's one pet charm world quest up. You can sort them by rep, you can sort them by zone, you can really do anything you want there. And that's really nice. Okay, we're heading up. We're going to do Hawkbee up in Zuldazar, and because it would be closer if I ported, I can just port back to Dazar lore. I love being a mage. I'm really glad that my single horde alt is a mage. I feel like if you're going to just play one faction, but you want one alt on the other faction to get like the trader mount or whatever, make a mage. It's so much easier to get around. You can slow fall yourself when you fall off something that you weren't sure how to get down to. You can make your own food. You can do lots of damage. It's great. You'll be able to quest just fine by yourself. Make a mage. Not to brag, totally bragging, but I got the achievement for this without assistance of an add-on. That is an accomplishment. I gave up quite early. Like, I spent so long trying to, like, look at landmarks, especially, like, in the Drustvar one on the field. I was like, alright, I'm gonna go, like, a foot ahead of this cornstalk, and then go, like, right around this cornstalk, and then I'd, like, the thing would disappear, and I would completely forget which cornstalks I was looking at. It was rough. Just mount up, remember the spot of the angle changes. I'm, like, incapable of that somehow. Do calligraphy a dozen times. Well, now you guys are making me feel dumb. I couldn't handle it. I feel like the calligraphy world quest made me more dexterous. Yeah. The calligraphy world quest just made me feel dumb. And it's not like all of them were like that. Like, I like doing the shell game without an add-on. I don't get people using an add-on for shell game because it's like a really straightforward matching game. That one's good for me. But I mean, I don't judge people for using an add-on, like whatever works for you. Hazel, what do you do when your best friend of 7 years abandons you and you are left alone? So, tough call. Sounds like a personal situation. I try just being really independent and trying to not need people. I don't know if it's a good way to live your life, but it helps in situations like that. Just go hang out with yourself. Take yourself out to a movie. Play some games. Make some new friends. That's all I got. I'm not great with the advice. Hazel says mage is OP, and I will stand by that. Portal Burn did not hit mages as hard. My main is a mage, but you could be a different spec of mage. BC, there was a Simon Says daily. I remember that in, it was in Blade whatever. I remember the daily. I don't remember the name of the zone. Blade Fist Mountains? Was that it? Hang on, I gotta look this up now. Outland. Blade's Edge Mountains. There's, like, something fist ogres out there. I don't know. No, Boulder fist ogres are somewhere else. I don't know. Yeah, I remember that. That one I didn't use an add-on for, but I used, I would, write them down or screenshot or something. I think I had some way to, like, cheat it with, like, maybe I just had pen and paper on my desk, because I did that a while ago. I did that one really early, before I was, like, downloading a bunch of add-ons. I was resistant to add-ons for a while, actually. I played WoW without any add-ons for, I think, my first expansion or two. I think it was, like, MOP when I started using add-ons for the first time. I was just convinced that you didn't need them, and that Blizzard would make sure for sure that anything I needed would be in the game by default. So I just never used add-ons. And then I discovered add-ons and realized that the auction house is usable. You just need an add-on for that. Like Calligraphy World Quest, hate the shell game. Different boats for different oceans. That's the saying. Azurite wounds. I just like shell game because I always like matching games like that. So the way I do it is I will speak out loud the first syllable of the item, and I'll do them in pairs. And the embarrassing thing was I once did that and I forgot that I was in Discord. So, like, I had been chatting in Discord, like, hours ago or earlier, and I completely forgotten that I was still in Discord. And I, like, start saying, like, Valblow, Cryro, and just, like, to remember the order of the things. And then one of my raiders is like, are you okay? What's up? How you doing, Hazel? What add-ons are you using in WoW? Quite a few, and I actually made a video called All My Add-ons, which goes through them one by one, shows what they do, and tells you the name. With you on the Calligraphy World quests? Glad it's not just me. Oh, nope. Dropped that. Okay. I don't know how to get there, but I do know how to jump off a cliff, so let's do that. The triangle quests for the turtles are painful sometimes. Triangles are simple, the circles are made in hell. Oh, man. I didn't know there was I didn't know that there was an achievement for the Calligraphy World Quest. I'm just finding that out now. I think I've jumped too far. Yeah, oh. I like to play chicken with myself, and I'm not good at it. This is fine. I don't have anything better to do right now. I cleaned off this teapot. I hadn't used this teapot in a while. I'd been too busy using my other green one. And this one's just like cute. So I I cleaned off all the dust, and I've been using this for like my green teas. So I've got some genmaicha right now that I picked up from the Asian grocery store last time I was there. It's like a green tea with like roasted rice in it. So it's got like this sort of like nutty rice flavor. Mad Hatter, welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Thanks for becoming a member. Appreciate the support. Hope you enjoy your new emotes and your icon. Appreciate that. Hazel, I got into nursing school. Congrats, Tommy. That's awesome. That is such an accomplishment. You're going to do great. You made me mount crazy running around Azeroth collecting them. It's a good way to spend a day. Alright, we're almost back. Find doing circles easy. I suffer doing the triangle sometimes. I suffer doing none of them now that I have an add-on to help me cheat. It's not cheating. It's just a guided assistance. It's not like running for you. Oh yeah, I can mine this. I always forget that I have mining on this character. Where do you get the name for your channel? I made it up. I don't really remember the inspiration. I used to. I'm sure there's a video at some point, probably like a really old one where I talk about where I got the name from, and that would know better because I've forgotten. I think I just liked hazelnuts as a flavor, and I was like, well, that's cute. Do that. Great. The quick way down. I mean, still might have been faster than trying to take the roads. The roads around here are so, like, backtracky because of all the elevation, but it takes ages. Although I do prefer this world quest to, like, any of the other... Well, no, the boss Azerite quests are the best ones, followed by these ones. I don't like the ones where you're just gathering Azerite or, like, trying to siphon the stuff off the elementals when you kill them. Especially the use your special near-dead elementals. That one always takes me forever because I, like... I'm always in a shard that has way more of the opposite faction, and they just kill everything and tag it, and then use it. And I don't think that you can, like, if you didn't tag it, I don't think it counts for you. I guess I've never tried, but it takes a while sometimes. Am I prepared? Illidan? I am not. I am confirmed not repaired. Not prepared or repaired. Caught the stream for the first time? Welcome, Lethamosu. Eating sesame crunch candy? That does sound good. Sesame seeds mixed with honey. Got it from a natural grocer's. I really like sesame. Like, my mom makes these sesame cookies. And I don't know how to describe them really in a way that makes them sound good, but I swear they're amazing. We have a shop here called T2. It's just for tea. You would love it. Taliesin made an entire video about why we hate this zone. There's the content everybody wants. I had on my list. I usually have a pretty big list of videos that I want to make, and a bunch of them tend to get cut because just like the window for them passes. Callie, thank you very much for the super chat. So yeah, I'll have videos in my short list, and I'll make some of them, and then other ones I just run out of time on, and I don't do them. And one of the ones that I didn't do was a video that was called Why I'm Not Horde in BFA, and the whole point of the video was just going to be me complaining about Dazara lore and how dumb it is. I know it's a beautiful city, but oh, it's I'm real glad I'm Alliance. Proud of myself, resubbed to WoW, and in 2 days 120 and 373. That is fast. How do you gear as a newbie past 400? Pug requirements are a bit ridiculous for raids that reward 400 stuff. Ooh. That's actually a good question. As like, if you're just playing solo, I think that's kind of where you end. And if you can't get into a pug, I don't know what else to tell you. You can try and form your own group. You can try to be the pug leader or be the guild leader. Those are always options. They are scary options, and they will require some social responsibility, which is the scary part, but you could try making your own pug. Going to sleep now. Have a nice day, Hazel. See you later, Trinity. Happy I can watch this live. I've always missed the stream because of Germany. Time zones, man. It's rough. Although, you know, people have different schedules, too. I'm sure there's people that are Pacific time that can't... Well, actually, people that are Pacific time that have normal 9-to-5 jobs can't watch any of my streams because my Tuesday streams start at 9 and my Friday streams end at 5, so... Stare Town? Yeah. Love Dazara lore. The complaints aren't going to be relevant in 8.2 anyways. Exactly. But, you know, if I had made that's why I didn't make the videos, because it's way too late now. But if I had made the video in, like, August, which is, like, 9 months ago, and yes, I did just count on my fingers, and I also probably did it wrong, but, like, if I'd done it 9 months ago, you know, 9, 10, 11 months is a long time without flying to be going up and down all those stairs. Amber Smith, thank you very much for the super chat. BlizzCon merch piggy bank contribution. Happy Friday. Thank you. I am so excited to be going this year. I talked about it on my vlog, but I'm just so excited to have a year going where I know what's up. And I feel like I've conquered a lot of my travel anxiety. Like, I've gone on 3 trips now to California for WoW-related stuff. And I feel like 4th time's a charm. Like, I know how to Uber. I'm comfortable with hotels and checking in. I'm comfortable with flying. I have learned things from my first BlizzCon. How the heck? What do you? Oh gosh, where am I supposed to go? I'm just ready to, like, do it properly. And also, shout out to all of my supporters on Patreon, without whom I probably couldn't afford to go. It's a tax write-off, but it's also not free. And that was, I think, one of the Patreon goals was BlizzCon. So I've been setting aside that money for this trip, which is the thing that lets me go and do the BlizzCon video and meet people. And I appreciate it a lot. Watch while at work. Also, Tim Thornton, thanks for the super chat. What time zone are you? I am Pacific, West Coast. So I'd just like to say that I'm Blizzard time. That seems to work. I have no idea how to get to where I'm going. I could use flying. Maybe I'll just procrastinate on unlocking Zandalari until after I've unlocked flying, because that would help me, especially for that one world quest that's like here in like the northern part of Zandalari, where you have to go all the way up the temple and defeat the temple attackers. I have to go through like the whole thing and like in and out. It takes ages. And in 8.2 we'll just be able to fly up to the top. Okay, I feel like I'm getting closer now. I've run through. Oh no, there's like, can I even get up here? I don't know if I can get up this hill. Oh dear, I don't play Horde. I never do these world quests. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost. Oh. Alright, I need a break. Go home. Go home, tiny dinosaur. Go home. Oh no. Oh. Alright, fine. How's Zandalari rep going? Fantastic. I'm doing good. What class? Druid. I chickened out on the Kulturan Druid, and I am 100% making a Zandalari Druid. I'm gonna have to restrain myself to not also make more Zandalari alts, because I love them as casters, so I kind of want a Zandalari Shadow Priest, because I just collect Shadow Priests, I guess. Or a, like a Shaman, but definitely Druid. How is this? Is this just supposed to be like a flashback to Zul'Farrak? Is that all that's happening here? Rejuvenating totems, swift wing totems. So I just like what? AoE them down and then I stand in the totems. I've never done this quest before. Tips on how to become more socially confident? What did I do? I mean, I'm still awkward as I'll get out. Doing the thing, like going to the situations, engaging with people, speaking to new people, doing your best, I think is the most important thing, because that's the way you desensitize yourself. And you're just going to have to kind of accept, or at least I did, that it's not going to be perfect at first. It's okay to be kind of awkward. People aren't judging you as much as you think they are. And the fact that you went out and tried, like, even if you get a bad reaction from somebody and you're talking with them, and you just, like, don't like the conversation, the important thing is that you tried and that you did it, and you're going to be less scared next time. So, go to the party, do your best, strike up a conversation. It might go better than you think. And even if you feel like you're dying the whole time, the next time you'll feel like only 80% of dying, and you keep doing that enough and you'll be great. Is what I do. That's all I got. So Alliance, you're using a horse and a horde character? That's the trader mount. That's the horde trader mount. I love it, actually. I really like the blood... What is it called? A blood flank charger. Yeah. Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? There's gotta be a better way. I guess I can mix in the arcane barrages. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and barrage. And 1, and 2. I feel like I'm doing like an aerobics class. And 3, and 4, and kick, and step, and step. You remember those like little plastic like step stools that were like 5 or 6 inches off the ground, and your mom, or at least my mom, would do like VHS aerobics workouts that involve like stepping up and stepping down and stepping up and stepping down. There would be like really punchy music. Like, that was great. Whatever happened to workout tapes? Are those still a thing? Say hi, Brant. What's up, Brant? How you doing? Please don't die. How many characters do you have at 120? 4. I got this mage. I have my Bank Alt mage on Alliance, my human Bank Alt mage, and then my Alliance Resto Druid, and my Shadow Priest, of course. Favorite patch of Legion? I don't remember the old patches of Legion. Which one had Emerald Nightmare in it? Was that the first one? Emerald Nightmare was my favorite raid. But the last patch with like the mage towers was pretty great too. Excellent advice, trying to get into streaming myself. Socially confident, clear answer is Jin. That is the cheat, but it's not something you want to rely on, because the last thing you want to do is wake up and realize that you're the person that has to take a shot from a hip flask before you can talk to anybody ever. That's just a great way to destroy your liver and your relationships. So it does work, but use with caution. Stand there and slaughter 100 of them. Am I almost done? Good lord. Alright, we're almost there. We have 5 more. This is nothing like Zul'Farrak. Zul'Farrak was satisfying. My ring finger's getting tired. I don't usually Arcane Explosion this much. Step aerobics? Yeah. Yeah. My sister did workout DVDs later. She did like the 2004 version. She had like this DVD set from like this hunky guy. I don't remember what his name was. But he did like workouts, but like guy workouts, but like for women. And those were so cheesy and hilarious. Although I think I was just laughing at her because I didn't want to actually exercise and I knew she was doing more than me, so I was just jealous. Alright. I have done all of the world quests. I have not been doing the Nessingwary ones because, like the Nessingwary main quest, because I don't think those give Zandalari rep. I looked it up and it didn't look like they did. So with all those world quests done, we are now up to 15.7, so we are up a little less than 2k rep today. Which is not too bad. Not too bad. We need another, let's see, quick math. 5.3, 5.25, 5.25k. So, you know, a couple more emissaries, a couple more invasions. We're getting there. I'll do the world quest over the weekend, actually, and that's going to get me pretty close. Then I bet, like, the next emissary after that will be the day. Okay, what time is it? What day is it? Who am I? 4 o'clock. I want a fresh pot of tea, but it takes me so long to make a fresh pot of tea. I did step aerobics. You know, their workout YouTubes? Oh, I guess so. I've done YouTube yoga. I've never done, like, YouTube aerobics. Tapes aren't even still a thing. They're still a thing for people that really don't want to let go. But, yeah. Forget your streaming and pass out drunk. Hunky guy, you mean Richard Simmons? It wasn't Richard Simmons, but those were pretty good. Joseph, thanks for becoming a member. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Appreciate the support. Hazel, do you already have the Mag'har Orcs? No, and the funny thing is I think I could unlock them because I'm definitely exalted with Honorbound. Honorbound, exalted, yeah. How do I unlock Mag'har? Do I just go back to, I don't think I'm gonna make one. I'm not really a big orc person. I had an orc hunter in Warlords. I'll go back to Orgrimmar, poke around. Yeah, Joseph, hope you enjoy your emotes. Happy to finally watch you live. What's up, Heather? Welcome. Shout out to all of my new viewers. I hope you're about to have a wonderful weekend. I hope you accomplished everything you wanted to this week, and if you didn't, because, you know, everything you wanted to accomplish is usually a pretty high bar, there's always next week. Go back to the embassy? Yeah, somewhere out here. I can fly in one of these mounts. Can I? I know how to fly. I believe. That's what this keyline's for. They're fun and full of lore, worth it even if you don't make one. Alright, let's check it out. Let's check it out. I do want to do, in the second half of the stream, I want to do some island expeditions, because I haven't done those in a while. I was flipping my auctions, and as I was doing so, I noticed I'm not really selling much. It's been a while. Oh no, that's for High Mountain Torrent. I guess I haven't unlocked them either. Oops. Okay, Vision of Time. We have a fragment of the thing that Garrosh used to travel back to Draenor. Ocula thinks we can go there and collect some orcs. Alright, let's do that. Where are we going for him? Should I, headphones? I probably should. I can't hear anything right now. Are we game sounding? Kind of. Let's turn up a little bit.
There. They owe the Horde a debt. I propose we collect what is
Oh my gosh, Horde voice acting, man. Kills me.
Orcs from another world?
Alright. He said Zandalari, right?
Weapons waiting to be fixed upon the Alliance.
Yes, he did.
I see the value in this plan. But I thought
Hazel, nice seeing you again. What's up, Andrew? Hunting a few of the pets and all of the mounts. I only have the one mount so far. Hopefully, I might need to turn dialogue back down. I can't. It's really hard to speak while also listening to somebody else speak. Yeah, he's done. Oh, there he is. That's handy. Go to the Caverns of Time, but JK, there's no portal. There is going to be one in 8.2, though. They just added it to the Alliance portal room in the 8.2 PTR. I'm sure the Horde one is coming. In the meantime, we go Orgrimmar, and then Tanaris, or no, Oldham, and then Fly. How many mounts? 418. But that's total. Have my new snake rack finished this week. That's exciting. Actual rack. Now you get to wire the heat tape. Is it like a rack with, like a glass tank rack, or more like a rollout drawer rack? Do you know if Classic WoW is replacing or delaying the next retail WoW expansion? It is, as far as I understand, handled by a completely separate team and should have absolutely no impact on the release schedule or patch schedule or anything at all of regular WoW. Completely different people. Got the bat mounted drop from Arathi though. Congrats! I should be trying for Skull Ripper. I kind of gave up on Warfronts. I've been taking a little bit of a break. I blame Stardew Valley. That kind of took the time that I normally would have been like idly checking on Warfront rotations and just made me check on my farm instead. So I've been taking a little Warfront break. But yeah, I need 1 or 2 more mounts from Darkshore, and then I still need the Skull Ripper mount from Arathi. Darkshore, yeah, I'm missing the Kodo still because I have not tried to get it, and then I still need the bear. And then from Arathi, it's just Skull Ripper. I have all the other ones. But I need a bunch of island pets still. Like, I was looking at how many island pets I'm missing, and it seems like a ton of them, although there's just a ton of island pets in general, and I really don't want to buy them. I really want to see them drop, so if I want that to happen, I should probably do some island expeditions. That would help. Got my first island mount last night. Congrats! It's a dog. Which one did you get? Kind of surprised about the outrage over the removal since we still have the Oldham portal. I see both sides of it because on one hand, this is quite close. It's less than a minute. It's like, I think it's like real close to 60 seconds to fly from there to there. It's not a big difference. But on the other hand, if you are running alts through any of the instances in Caverns of Time, because it's a popular mount run destination, and you're doing it like 10 times over, it does add up like a little bit. What do you think that you would be doing if you didn't get into YouTube? I would be, well, there's where I would want to be, and there is where I would want to be, and then there is where I actually would have ended up. So ideally, I would have gone back to school, done a computer science degree, and then tried to find work programming, software engineering. That would have been good, or something along those lines would have been nice. I probably would have tried to save up that money during the retail job that I had. What actually would have happened is I probably just would have stayed at that retail job for far too long, and then I don't know, actually. Alice, thank you for the super chat for the BlizzCon fund. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It'll be good. Stonehide Elderhorn, Big Moose. School sucks, YouTube is better. I don't know if that's really a great message to be given to the world. YouTube offers things that school does not, but it also does not offer a lot of things school does. Obvious statements by Hazel. Where am I going with that? I don't know. Roll out drawer style, 12 drawers tall for 12 snakes, about 8 foot high. That's a lot of snakes. Software development is what I'm currently going to school for. It seems just like for one, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like logic puzzles combined with writing. And writing code, or at least the amount of writing code that I was doing, actually I need to go into the caverns. The amount of writing code that I learned, which to be fair is like nothing, but the amount of writing code that I learned was not that different from writing music, except that it's a little more goal-oriented. It's just like learning another language. And that's kind of fun. And also, those jobs are generally in demand. Not necessarily game development. I would not want to be necessarily a game developer because that industry looks brutal. Because companies know that game developing is such a coveted position, they can just hire people that really badly want to be game devs, work them until they're dead, and then hire new people. And like severely underpay them the whole time. And you can do that because there's always somebody else that wants a position because everybody wants to be a game dev. So, doesn't really look like a great quality of life. I would rather work on software that is more boring but pays well and still has interesting problems to solve. Because it's not like, I imagine developing a game is not much like playing one. Like making YouTube videos is very little like watching them. It's a lot of, you know, regular work. It's probably not that different from developing other types of software. Although I'm just guessing. I'm pulling stuff out of my butt. I have no idea. I'm a YouTuber. I dropped out of school. Oh man. How did you dye your hair? Tough to get the colors like that. Was it costly and worth it? It was both costly and worth it. I got it done by a professional. I used to dye my hair, so if you go back to my videos and you see eras of Hazel that have like one flat hair color, that's something that I did at home. And that was fine. I didn't hate it, but I definitely go to a professional for this. I do not recommend dropping out of school. I do recommend carefully considering whether or not you want to go to school, because I felt like it was expected. Like, I was a good student in high school. I got good grades, honor roll, all that. And I felt that as a good student, it was very much expected that I would get a higher education. I would finish post-secondary, get a degree, and then get a job. And because that was expected, I was just like, well, that's what I'm going to do. So I just like picked the thing that I spent the most time doing, which at the time was music, signed a loan, and moved off to university. And it was not the right choice for me. I should have taken some time off. I should have figured out what I actually wanted to do. I should have learned who I was as an adult. I should have developed a little more of a work ethic because I did not develop one of those in high school. Where am I going, by the way? What on earth am I doing? There's got to be more to it than that. That's not the end of it. I'm neutral to keep... Oh, Echo of Gul'dan. Okay, good. I need to slay the Echo of Gul'dan at the Dark Portal in the Blasted Lands. I wonder if I can just get there by the... I wonder if the Orgrimmar thing will work for me right now. Okay. I won't say YouTube is better, but I have 3 degrees and school absolutely sucks. I mean, things they don't tell you about school is, 1, a degree does not guarantee a job. Secondly, skills in university may help you in the real world, but they may not. They may be university-specific skills. And it's a ton of money. I'm glad I dropped out early. It would have been nicer if I hadn't gone. But I'm glad I went and learned the lessons I did and dropped out early before I'd paid for like 5 years worth of tuition for something that probably wouldn't have helped me anyways. I was in debt, but I'm out of it now. Like, I was able to pay it off a couple of years ago just with YouTube money because I didn't end up spending that much trying. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was going to go try to... I get so distracted when I'm out here. I was going to go try to port to the Blasted Lands via the Thrallmar Mage, see if he'll talk to me this time, because in the past he has given me some trouble. Mr. Thrallmar Mage, hello, excuse me. Sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm working as a software developer for 7 years. It's like a puzzle that makes its own rules and doesn't tell you. It's creative and logical. That's what I kind of love about computers, though, is that they do exactly what you tell them to, but it can still be so hard and confusing and frustrating because there's just all of these variables, and it's just, like, it's awful, but it's great. Dropped out for YouTube, too. I didn't drop out for YouTube. I didn't start YouTube until way later. I just dropped out because I was not okay. I was not okay. Like, I had moved away from home. I was 17 years old. I'm not saying like this was hard or anything by the grand scheme of things. I'm sure many people have done much harder, but for me, I was independent for the first time. I was living alone. I was living off campus, and I was like, a couple of miles away from the school, and I didn't drive. So to get to school, I would either have to take about 60 minutes worth of a bus journey with like 3 bus transfers, or a bike 45 hard minutes with all of my books and my trumpet on my back to school. So getting there was already hard, and I was going to school full time, and I also had a job working late at the gas station, which sort of like impacted my study and also my sleep time. And I also wasn't super mentally stable, so I did a semester. I did half of the first year and passed my exams and gave up. I went home, I moved home, and I was just unemployed for a while, doing absolutely nothing, and that was not good. And then I got a job, which was really scary. I got a retail job and did that for a while. How do you get the Superman transmog? Superman transmog? No idea. A lot of good jobs at university isn't the appropriate path to go into. Needs to get said more. I'm not saying university is universally bad. I'm sure it's the right path for a lot of things, but you're right, it's not the right path for everything. And at least for me, I am confident that I will learn more about a thing by doing it. And the best way to prove to a potential employer or opportunity that you're qualified to do the thing is to show them you can do it. So that's my plan anyways. What am I doing now? Echo of Warlord Zayla. Okay. I know I'm doing this for the lore. I should pay more attention. Okay. Warlord Zayla. I remember her, kind of. She freed Garrosh during his trial. I'm ashamed to say that Kairaz Dormer was also involved. So we're going to Kunlai Summit. Okay. Kunlai Summit. Alright. I'm going to port because I'm a mage and it is fantastic to Vale, and I'm also going to be right back because I need to change because it is officially like 78 degrees in here and it's too warm to be wearing sweatpants, so I will be right back. Thank you for waiting. Fishy stream. I'm a piranha. Oh man, piranhas would mess that tank up. Minnows are not very big and they are also not very smart. They're cool. They're fun to watch because they have like these interesting social interactions with each other. They're always like fighting for pecking order. And they do it like they'll like fight normally, but they'll also like flare their fins and swim parallel to each other like vertically. It's really cool. But they're not smart. I have some smart fish. Those are not some of them. Oh boy. Make sure to take airborne. What is airborne? I already bring emergency. I brought emergency to every trip that I've taken over the last like 5 years. I'm also planning, I don't know if it'll help, but it probably won't hurt. I'm planning to wear a breathing mask on the plane at least. I don't know if it'll help, but it probably won't hurt. Also, I'll look less approachable, so that's something. And then, yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking while I was gone, I was like thinking about BlizzCon things that I'm planning and excited about, because basically since they announced BlizzCon, that's like my brain. I'm buzzing. I'm excited. I can't wait. I mean, I can wait, and I actually really want to, there's like things that I want to accomplish before BlizzCon personally, so it's sort of like a fun deadline. But yeah, so what's airborne? I went to the university for trumpet playing. That was dumb. Wish I'd never wasted a buck on uni. yeah, the gap year I strongly recommend. It can become, like, if you do plan to go to university, making it like a gap 3 to 5 years can like lose your momentum, but at least 1 year to, you know, figure out who you are a little bit. Like right out of high school, you're so heavily influenced by everything going on around you that it can be very hard to get a clear sense of what you want to do. And honestly, even if you figure out what you want to do, that doesn't mean you're going to know what you want to do. I know so many people that have made like major career and life changes at 25, at 35, at 50, at like 60. Plus, I'm sure like you're just don't stress too much about having it all figured out because nobody has it all figured out. People think they do, and then, you know, they get divorced and their cat runs over them with their car and you just move to another continent and start over. Telling parents you don't want to go to uni in an Asian household. Oh no. I was very lucky to have very accepting parents. My parents, or at least my mom, her opinion is basically, as long as you're happy, that's great, dear. Like, she's just happy that I'm happy and that she's just excited that I'm doing something that works for me. I never had to talk her into letting me do YouTube, really. She was just kind of glad I'm doing good, you know? She's really chill. That hurt. We're going Echo of Garrosh within the Siege of Orgrimmar. Ooh, fun. Okay. For the Squirrel Squad, thanks, Palamisha. For the Squirrel Squad. It's a vitamin supplement you add to water like emergency. Alright. I don't, like, super believe in the powers of, like, one-time vitamins like that in emergency. I feel like vitamin overdoses with the intent of doing something in the short term are kind of, like, phony. But I'll still do them anyways because, you know, what the hell? I'll believe. I'll try it. I'll get a placebo effect out of it. Sure, why not? I know it's like you're supposed to believe, but I think you can still like kind of believe and get the effect out of it anyways. So yeah, I'll try anything. Like there's no harm in it, usually, if it's just vitamins. Not a terrible idea, actually. The air is recirculated and drying, so it doesn't help. Disinfectant against those antibacterial hand things. Yeah, I'm not a big like disinfecting person, but I could see it while I'm traveling. At least like if before I eat, right? Like you can't always find a place to wash your hands before you eat. So having the option of having some disinfectant on you, I imagine would help. What is this quest about? I wish I knew. I should probably pay more attention. I'm currently unlocking Mag'har Orc. So we are going back in time to we're going back to alternate universe Draenor to get more orcs to help us fight the Alliance, I think is what's going on here. Some real hardcore cats, yeah. Kind of cats do they have in the Pacific Northwest? I mean, haven't you? I mean, I guess it's not Pacific Northwest, but haven't you seen Taylor's new music video? They get huge. What am I doing? Jumping down? I'm glad I didn't have to actually run through the whole raid. I would say for the Horde, but Hazel plays Alliance. You're not wrong. I mean, I am kind of Horde right now. I am cheating a little bit. Only one to say my name right in years? Some luck. Vitamin overdoses, if they're water soluble, you pee them straight out. If they're fat soluble, maybe a problem. Before you eat, after you shake a lot of hands, on the airplane. It's a good call. I still think it's actually impossible for me to prevent getting sick because I think, for me at least, I'm too sheltered normally. I'm not exposed to the public enough in my normal year-round life. So I think my immune system just gets weak. And then I stress it out by being dehydrated. So that's something I'm going to try, actually, is just to be more hydrated and just know where the bathrooms are and not worry about it. So, like, carrying around water all the time and, like, making a point to drink a bunch of it. And then, what else do I do? I don't sleep enough when I'm traveling. There's not a lot to be done about that. I guess I could try a sleep aid, but you also don't want to... Oh, gosh. Oh, no. You also don't want to overdo that. Oh, dear. I can't... Hang on just a moment. I'll finish this thought in a little bit. Oh no. I am out of the way. Oh my gosh, that's so big. Was it that big when we rated it? There's no way. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Oh no. Oh no. I would ice block, but it doesn't help. Oh no, my mouse! My mouse! Okay, I've been having problems with my mouse. I wonder if I need to just clean it again or buy a new one. I did clean it. Sometimes it's sticky and doesn't work. Okay, those don't seem to hurt me. They're scary though. Okay. Yeah, so my immune system's just a pansy, and then you're dehydrated, you're not sleeping enough, you're stressed out as all heck, which I'm hoping is less this time, but every time I travel, like, my entire day is just a state of barely concealed panic, like, the whole time. And then if you're drinking, that doesn't help, so, you know, take it easy on the drinking, not good for your immune system, don't do it if you think you're gonna get sick. And, yeah. Ran over you like a giant cat. Melatonin for sleep? I've never tried that. If you don't get enough exposure to the public, consider using cash as payment sometimes. Ew, cash, ew. Where am I going to get cash and who am I going to give it to? That sounds awful. I hate cash. I didn't like cash even when cash was the thing. I didn't care for cash back before cards. Well, back before I had a card anyways. Am I done? Yeah, I'm going back to Zandalari. Okay. Hey Hazel, how long have you been streaming today? What's up, Linda? I've been going for, let's see, 1 hour and 21 minutes. Why did you decide against making a Culturan Druid after all? My reasons that they're too scary for me. My Nelf is enough. I didn't like the Moonkin form is, I think, my problem. And I know I could have just used Glyph of Stars, but the whole point of a new Druid is to be excited about the new forms. And I was planning on playing some Moonkin with it, and the Moonkin form just wasn't for me. I like all of the other Culturan forms, and I like the Zandalari Moonkin form. So, I think that was the thing. Also, I was already borderline, like I really wanted either a Shaman or a Frost Mage as Culturan to really tie into the Tide Sage thing, so I was already kind of on the fence about it. Melatonin or Benadryl for sleep? Benadryl knocks me right out, and the only thing is I have to be real careful about when I take it, because it can easily knock me out past the end of the night, well into the next day. I am very easily affected by drugs of any kind. Caffeine, alcohol, cold medicine. Hits me like a truck. What are we doing? What's happening here? There's a lot going on. Intruders! That's me. Might like American cash, it's all green. Nah, Canadian cash is way better than American cash. Have you seen Canadian bills lately? The new ones? They're amazing. Traveling is overexposure to germs. Fortifying yourself against germs, so I should just go lick some change. Hi, I'm Hazel, and this is my Blizzcon countdown. We're 2 weeks out, so I'm going to eat pennies. Oh no. Exchange cash as part of my sandwich delivery and never get sick. I only buy things online. Melatonin convinces your body it's tired earlier. Glad she didn't get us hyped up for Culturan Shadow Priest and change her mind a month later. Hey, I leveled that Void Elf Priest all the way to 120 at least. That's more than I can say for my Culturan Shaman yet. Orc clan symbols. Alright. I'm unlocking Mag'har, and I don't even think I'm going to make one. I guess I should. Maybe I should make a goal of eventually having one character leveled up of at least every allied race, if not every main race. If I'm going to do something dumb like a leveling all my alts challenge, then I may as well make it interesting. Did you play S-Priest pre-Insanity? If so, is it better or worse now? I did. I did play pre-Insanity, and in my opinion, it is better. There were like a couple of very different models pre-Insanity. Like the whole Mop Shadow Orbs thing was very different from the standard sort of like 2-dot playstyle of like Wrath. And I don't really remember what they had in Cata, to be honest with you. I didn't play back then. So it's like they've done a couple of different things, and Insanity is my favorite of them. Closely followed by Shadow Orbs. Shadow Orbs are alright. My inner 3-year-old is showing. I used to, as a kid, put money in my mouth. I don't know why. But I think that's not unusual. Like, the taste of copper pennies is, like, attractive to kids, right? I did not lick the cash. Did you lick the delivery person? Wash my hands frequently. Clonazepam for sleep. I think I've been on clonazepam before. I think. And I don't think it agreed with me. Wanted to go to BlizzCon. The cost went over $2,000. That's just so many dollars. It's a lot of money to go. Like, just... It depends on how cheaply you can stay. Like, if you're somebody that's going with a big group of people and you can share the cost on, like, an Airbnb, or, like, you can share a room with somebody, you can get that cost down pretty quick. But if you're just getting one room for yourself for, like, 3 or 4 days, like me, it's gonna get you. Get an amazing riding warg. Oh, that's true. I will get a horde mount. I guess I just didn't stress about these ones too much because, also, am I not done yet? Good grief. I didn't stress about these ones too much because, I don't play horde, so I don't really need a horde mount. I am on ground? You want me to ride all the way down there on a ground mount? I already unlocked Rainer flying. What is this? Rella's strange in this chain. Can't believe she ends up in a light cult. It's a small price to pay for iPhone Diablo. I thought it was funny that, so in order to get into BlizzCon, like to actually get through the line to enter the convention this year, they're doing like a QR code on an app on your phone, and you must have it. You cannot have a paper one. You cannot have a printed QR code or a printed email or nothing. It has to be the app. And they had some text on the thing, like if your mobile device is dead or something, it's okay. We can sort you out at this desk, or like we'll have chargers or like something. There was some kind of solution there. But it's like the overarching BlizzCon version of, well, you'd better have a phone. Don't you guys have phones? You need a phone. If you got in here, that means you must have a phone, right? Love that. Funny. I mean, it must suck if you don't have a phone, but I would imagine most of the BlizzCon crowd, if they don't have a phone, it's because they're making a point about it. Because for the cost of a BlizzCon trip, you can get yourself a phone. Glad I'm not the only person that put coins in their mouth when they were young. I think my parents were horrified when they found out because money is so dirty. No one looks delivery person? That's good. As a delivery person, or if I were a delivery person, I would appreciate not getting licked. Still love the smell of copper. This is the king and queen of go back and forth quests. I still think that, and I haven't finished this one, so maybe it'll get me, but I still feel like unlocking Culturan humans was like the mecca of go back and forth, because they had so many quests that were just go A to B and back. Like they weren't do anything. They were just go talk to this person here and this person here and this person here. And they were spread wildly out across all of Kultiras. And all you had to do was go talk to them and then bring them all together. And then you meet up with Jaina, who could have easily ported you to these places. And she's just like, nah, I'm busy. I wanted to think of a boat name. By the way, got any boat names? Like, she's just not helpful. I need to find some more defectors. Understanding this right, the female orc is Thrall's sister? Is it? I don't know. Giara? I mean, she doesn't look old enough to be his grandma, so maybe. I don't know. I am out of the loop on orc lore. Also, where have the defectors gone? Where do you guys keep your traders? Can you point me to the way of suspicious looking people? Emily, thanks for the super chat. Hi Hazel, good luck with the Zandalari rep. Thank you. Alternate Thrall? They don't let you name the boat Bodie McBoatface. That's right. Did I do that on stream, or did you just have the same joke? It's a pretty obvious joke. I think I streamed that. Yeah, it was disappointing. I don't remember what I named the boat, but if they'd let me name it Bodie McBoatface, I definitely would have remembered what I named the boat. I've fallen down and I can't get up. Is this supposed to be a stair? Because it sucks. I hate it. Alright, it works. It's the only boat name I want. I keep my traders in my mount journal. Oh yeah, I did do that on stream. I remember people were getting upset because I had made the stream title like unlocking and creating my Culturan. And people would come in like 2 hours into the stream and I was still unlocking it and they were like, clickbait, you said you were gonna play it. I'm like, I'm not there yet. I'm getting there, I promise. I'm working on it. It's just a really long quest chain. That was such a... I mean, I guess this is pretty long. She's the daughter of Duratan Draka, so alternate Thrall. Okay. As a priest, you serve in Zoth? I sure do. I only cleansed his gift as a double agent kind of thing. That's just to prove to Brother Pike that I'm not really on his Zoth side, but I totally am. I'm a shadow priest, like duh. to name my boat. Went with Dawn Sailor. I want to say I went with Anduin's something. Or something's Wrath. I don't know. Is it ever going to come up again? Which counterpart reps would level simultaneously? Too much time gating? I used to disagree with that. I used to feel like because they're completely different experiences with different lore and different quests that it made sense to require them to be done separately. But that's what I thought before I had to do it. Now, if they let me do them all at once, I would be 100% fine with that. Lion's Heart? Maybe. Became a little unhinged. They took away my trusty imp and gave me a new imp with some random name. Did they ever fix that? I remember that. I remember the great Warlock pet renaming scandal. I don't remember what year it was, but people were like freaking out, understandably, especially considering how hard it is to get a Warlock pet name you like and how many years you like bond with the name over. Did they ever fix it? I remember them saying that they were going to find a way to roll it back. I don't know if they ever did. The great DMP. Did Hazel join the dark side? Maybe. I've been there all along. Going through the different quest lines is enough. There's no reason to do the rep grind twice. I guess that's fair. Like, they could have required the quest progress, like you said, the achievements. Teresa, thanks for the super chat. Just a thank you. Returned to WoW after many years away. Your videos have been very helpful. That's so sweet. I'm glad they're working out for you. And I appreciate both the super chat and the view and the company. Where are all the traders gone? I mean, I know I'm north of the quest area, but I think I ran out of them. Is this one of those things where there's like 8 of 10, but there's only 10 of them, and because I'm in like a special scenario version of it, they won't respawn. I actually have to find them because I hate that. Just let me camp one spot where I know they spawn. What about inside? Anybody in here? I didn't want to go inside, but I guess I will. Oh, yeah. How's your day been, Hazel? Glad I caught your stream. Sup, Chain Z? Day's been pretty good. I got my glasses today. These are my new, like, actual real person seeing glasses, not just for gaming. And I can see now. I mean, I could see before, but I can see sharply now, and it's wild to me. I didn't realize that my vision was as bad as it was, and I don't want to exaggerate, because 99% of people with glasses have worse vision than me. I am very lucky that my sight is still very good, but I didn't realize it could be improved this much by wearing glasses. I'm very excited about all the things I can see now. Have you ever played BDO? Yes. BDO is the only MMO that I ever, like, actually played just because I wanted to. Since I got into WoW. Every other MMO that I ever tried was just, like, peer pressure, and I tried it out, and I was like, well, alright, and then I left. BDO is the only one that I was actually excited about and invested in and playing, because it's so different from WoW. It's like, I'm not looking for another WoW. But if a game can give me an experience like BDO does, it is just so completely different. I didn't play BDO for the combat at all. I barely used the combat. I used the combat to level a little. And then once I got to the city I wanted to set up in, I just sat my butt down and did gathering and trade skills. And shipping. And, like, economy stuff. And you can do that. It's great. Korgal. Alright. Going around this way. Favorite video you made? Which one has the most views? Ooh. Favorite video is hard because I've made, let's be clear, I've made too many. Like a lot. Like I've been at it a long time and it can feel like I'm a more recent YouTube channel because I feel like I got like stable more recently, but I was making videos for nobody for years. So we have, let's see, how many do we have to choose from? Trying to think of something that was like really fun to make. My video manager, and mind you, this will show some private videos that you guys can't see, so my number's higher than yours, but I see 1,467 videos. The most viewed one is, I think this is new, Unlock Allied Races Fast. Rep tips for Void Elves and Argosian Reach. Okay, so that was about 500,000 views. That's the most popular one. The Gahoon Guide's right underneath that. And then my favorite one to make? I mean, to be fair, the Gahoon Guide was pretty fun to make because I was in like a delirious 3 a.m. end of my video making marathon binge, like trance as I made that one. I was just giggling and talking to myself and like drawing exploding goo and getting it done way too late. Will you fight me, please? Thank you. So that was kind of fun. Glasses for far away or close up? They help me see farther. I am nearsighted. How many fingers am I holding up? 4. Only ever worn reading glasses. Never properly had glasses full time though. Having recently done it, I strongly recommend getting an eye exam. Just even if you don't think you need glasses, just to check on your eye health. You know, screen for glaucoma. Make sure everything's okay. And then if you find out that you do need a prescription, even if it's a small one, the world might be a clearer and sharper, more beautiful place, even if you didn't think it needed to be. It's just good to get them checked up on. I say now that I've done it. I previously went like 10 years without getting an eye exam, so I'm not exactly an ambassador of good practices, but I do recommend getting it done now and then. It wasn't even, I don't think, terribly... Like, my glasses weren't covered. I just paid for them out of pocket, and they weren't that bad. Out all heading up to meet the fam for dinner. See you, Joe. Gonna do some islands today? Well, we were gonna, and then I started doing this. I bet we'll have time for at least one. We'll have time for at least one, because I feel like I gotta be close. Am I close? Am I close to being done with this? Also, I'm not doing great. I guess I haven't seen a lot of Rel yet. That was like a Lightbound Priest, so that was something. The constant threat of the Lightbound. Okay. Go to the aid of Beastwatch. It's so long. Halfway! I'm in a scenario, right? So, like, I have to finish... Like, it's gonna be weird if I try and, like, log out. That's because you only look pennies. Not put them in their eyes. Oh. I can understand glasses being annoying, but I find them nice on people. I mean, so far, I'm not annoyed at all, but I've had them for like an hour, so I'm sure I will find annoyances at some point. What are you doing? Great question. I'm working on the Mag'har Orc unlock quest line, and apparently I'm not very far in. Love your hair? Forgot that brown-haired Hazel was once a thing. It was a thing for a long time. I look back at the old videos of it, and I look fine, but I look so different. Also, I've aged 6 years since I started, so I feel like looking different at, like, 20 versus being 26, 27 makes sense. I was 19 or 20 when I started my YouTube channel. Little baby Hazel. She had less wrinkles, but she also, had an odd haircut. 60% done. Tip in video editing. Best thing you learned from years of doing it? I mean, some people this is going to be really obvious, but it took me a while to catch on to, and that was make friends with your ripple delete, and keybind it to something really comfy, because if you're just, like, chopping up a long thing, which is the core of video editing, it's not the only thing, but if you're just chopping up a long thing, you want every part of that process to be as streamlined as possible, because you're going to do it about 100,000 times. So for me, I have, like, a comfortable keybind. Gosh, I'm so stuck. I have a comfortable keybind for my razor tool, my select tool, and my ripple delete is just my third mouse button. So I can just slap through just like a regular cut real quick. Second piece of advice is never assume that you're done learning. I try to make time to work through video editing tutorials and motion graphics tutorials as often as I can, even though I feel like I know how to do it. There's always something new you can learn, and every now and then you'll learn something new that just, like, makes your whole life easier. So just keep learning, keep Googling stuff. Watch some YouTube videos. There's great ones. Like, video editors make great tutorials because they're video editors. They know how to edit video. That's why they're teaching you how to do it. So their tutorials are great. Make sure to get the hinges tightened or they start sliding down your face. Interesting. I did find that I needed narrow glasses. The regular ones didn't work for me. I had to get the narrow ones. Ashley, thanks for the super chat. You've given me the wow bug again. Thank you. You're welcome, and also I'm sorry. I hope you have enough time to satisfy it correctly. I don't think people start to visibly age until 30 plus. You look the same to me, except for the hair color. I can see differences in my skin, but I look at myself super close up and in large high-res footage, so I notice it more than I think other people would. But yeah, it'll be mostly later. I'm not too worried about it. It's a normal part of life. We all grow old. I also, like, move my face and squinch my face, like, a lot. Like, if I'm smiling and I'm really laughing, I am making, like, deep creases in every part of my face. Because I have a lot of face. There's a lot of face in my face. There's not enough room for all of it. It's got to squish somewhere. They've been building this light is also bad theme. The focus is still on shadow. Wonder if the next X pack will have more on light bad. It would be interesting. I think that's a direction they can kind of hold in their pockets for the next time they need a good expansion concept. Office workers are all nearsighted while farmers are all farsighted. Is that true? Because it would make sense. It would absolutely make sense. I've often wondered if I am damaging my eyes by spending so much of my time looking at things that are very close to me. But there's not much I can do about it without, like, some major lifestyle changes, like quitting everything and going to be a farmer. I always held that as, like, my backup plan. If YouTube doesn't work out, it's okay. We can always farm some turnips. Why did you stop playing BDO? I didn't have time. I did not have time to keep up with it in a way that I wanted to. It's a very maintenance-oriented game, at least the way I played it. And I eventually realized that, like, the 30 minutes a day that I was logging in to do all my BDO stuff, I could put towards something that would do more for me. And also, the way that it wanted me to leave it running all the time, I was on a less exciting computer back then, and the resources that having BDO running in the background took were pretty significant, so that's why I stopped. It's always there if I feel like I want to go back and mess with it, but that's the other thing I like, is with BDO, you've bought it, and then you have it. It's not subscription-based. It's Kalani? What's up? Crazy when you figure out something that turns a previous 10-minute task into a 20-second task, right? I'm glad that you're here so that you can understand. I've had a couple of moments like that where I realized way too late something that I'd been doing so inefficiently. Like, I used to take screenshots. Like, if I wanted a screenshot of, like, a tooltip from a website, I used to screenshot the entire web page and then put it into paint.net and then crop it and then save it again. So I had to, like, save it twice and edit it in between. And then I eventually discovered that on Windows, and I'm sure on Mac somewhere, but on Windows, which I use, you can just snip it and just make your screenshot the size of the thing that you want. And then you just have it done. And especially because in my boss videos and stuff, I'm like, screenshots everywhere and they're all square. Saves me about 1 billion years. It's great. Tips on getting used to editing yourself, hearing your own voice for someone who doesn't take pictures of themselves. Nothing you can do but expose yourself. Just keep going. Try not to stress about it too much. I know it's hard. And you just gotta do it. I still don't like seeing images of myself that have been flipped. Like, sometimes photo apps will flip the photo of you. And if you flip an image of me, I hate it. And I'm sure other people don't, because it's probably how they see me. I don't really understand how mirrors work. But you like the thing that you're used to because you've been exposed to it. So you just got to expose yourself to the new thing. I used to hate my own voice a lot recorded. And I think that's quite normal because you don't usually hear yourself as other people hear you. But you get used to it, and then you sound fine. Or at least, okay. I still think I sound a little bit like a seabird sometimes. But, you know, people like seabirds. It's fine. Oh, man. Expose yourself? Oh, boy. I've made a lot of embarrassing mistakes because nobody teaches you how to do any of it. It's not... I mean, I'm sure there is school for video editing and YouTubing, but I didn't go. You just try and do it, figure out a way to do it that way, and then hopefully, if there's a better way, one day you run across it. What else did I do that was dumb? Bunch of stuff, really. I mean, I've had my share of awful color correction, and I still do, I'm sure. I still haven't quite figured it out. Snipping tool is a lifesaver? Yeah. That one, snipping tool, and then, like, cozying right up to my ripple edit keybind, I think were the two things that saved me the most time. I also had a dumb moment where I realized that the reason all of my project files were so unstable is because I had punctuation in their titles. Like, I would have, if it was like a 7.2 video, I would have the point in, like, I would have 7.2 with the period in there. And I was like, why are my projects always corrupting? And apparently they just don't like punctuation. And it's annoying because they'll kind of do it. I hate that about editing software. When it will kind of do a thing, It's sort of compatible with that file type. It works for a while, and then eventually it stops working, and you Google it, and people are like, oh no, you should not have used that codec. And I'm like, well, it worked for an hour. What happened? I wish it had failed initially so that I could have just used a different codec, but no. I get very upset. Hazelnutty bloopers real? I don't keep those anymore. It was bad for my self-esteem. Listening to your voice over and over again gets weird. It's hard to, it's also funny how hard it is to speak sometimes when you're on camera. Like, I've been doing this for 6 years and I still get camera fright. I'm just nervous and I can't say the thing, or I'll say the thing and I'll just want to say it better and I'll say it 19 times and then forget what I was talking about. Exarch Aurelus? Hello? Hello? I don't think we're getting to islands today. I don't think I'm ever allowed out of this scenario. I'm looking for him. Not gonna lie, taught me 2 different things already. Binding Ripple's a good one. Oh my gosh. It depends on the kind of videos you do. Like, I use it a lot more if I'm doing a vlog where I'm just cutting it together. But you use it for everything. You use it for everything. What editing software do you use? I'm always curious to find out. I know Hiru's a Vegas guy. I'm a Premiere person. Well, Premiere and After Effects, depending on how extra I'm trying to be. Where is he inside? Am I dumb? Perfectionist attitude gets the best of you. I feel like there is an art to, like, feeling out when you need to just, like, cut off that side of you and say, no, this is good enough, it's going out. And then there's some times when you really just need to let that too much gene take over and just do whatever your heart desires. You just got to kind of weigh out how much time it's going to take you and how worth it it's going to be. But sometimes you just gotta do it. You just gotta find out. That's how animated stick figure guides happened. That was a bad idea. It takes way too long. But I didn't have good mechanic. I could have just, like, said what you're supposed to do, or, like, written it on the screen, or both, and then, like, moved on with my day. But I don't want to. I wanted to draw them as dumb stick people and then animate them around. So I spent, like, 6 hours doing that. I don't know where this person is. 10 minutes left. Premiere can't get used to anything else. Glad it's not just me. Is it pretty stable for you? I just want to know if this is just me. It's like in 1080, if I'm working on a 1080 project, it's fine. I can do whatever I want to it and it's fine. But if I'm layering 4K video and I start working with effects, it will crash and corrupt like nobody's business. Like, it'll work as long as I obsessively render it out as I go. Like, I do a 5-second clip with some effects and then I render it. I do another 5 seconds and I render it. And thankfully my computer can chew through that no problem, but oh man. I've had a couple of videos that were just nightmares to get rendered. I'm still no closer to figuring out where the heck Exarch Aurelus is. No idea. /tar xar. That didn't help me. No, it's good when you're editing star wipes. Maybe one day for like a milestone video, I'll put some star wipes in just for you. Actually in the south? Okay. Well, this is dumb then. Bizarrely long compared to these other unlocks. It has been quite long so far. I thought that... Oh, it is down there. Okay. Thank you. That helps. I thought that nothing would beat the Culturan human one because that was really long. Also, my fish cam lights off. They can be lit for another 20 minutes. I won't make that much algae. How has being a female YouTuber impacted your experience at gaming events with male gamers? How is being a female YouTuber? Gaming events with male gamers. I don't think it has. I mean, the problem with people asking me what it's like to be a female in whatever is I don't have a reference point. I've always been a female. I hate the word female in that context. I've always been a woman. I don't have anything to compare it to. I can search my experience and try to pick out things that could be because of my gender, but I have no way of knowing. And this isn't about an event, but just in general, if I get kicked out of an arena group, it could be because I'm a girl, woman, whatever. Or maybe I'm just bad. Or maybe they just don't like me. Or maybe their healer friend logged on. There's no way to know. So, at events, everybody has been very respectful and friendly and welcoming. And any weirdness or awkwardness, I don't think has anything to do with being female. I think it's just sometimes we're weird and awkward. Often I'm weird and awkward. I can't judge anybody else for it. Entire raid guide using nothing but stick figures. They take so long to do, which I know sounds dumb because they're like stick figures and they have like 3 moves, so it looks easy to animate, but I swear they take so long. But I also do feel like in places where I have to use them, I understand the mechanic more from having done it. I'm happy with my current state of just using them to cover my gaps in the footage. That's fine. I'm going to kick that. I'm going to evocate. I'm going to root him. I'm going to arcane barrier. I'm going to slow him. I'm going to stand way the heck over here. And now I'm going to spam. All right. Beast watch. Okay. My current project has corrupted itself 3 times in the last week. Pretty stable. All right. I'm glad it's not just me then. Also, I am sorry. That sucks. That's so frustrating. Sometimes I will, like, I try to do things in stages where I can make destructive edits and be okay. Like, I'll do a cut and I'll make sure I'm really happy with just, like, the base video and audio. And then if it's a project that I'm worried about, like, it's one of those ones that you just know is going to mess with you, I'll just render it out completely. And then if everything does go south, I'll use that single rendered out file. It's destructive, and it means that it's really annoying to go back and make changes. But as long as I am committed to those edits, it'll make the render a lot smoother. Alright, now what? Can I go here now? Is there a thing? There's a thing here now. That's good. I wasted a lot of time over here. Put 8-2 in my project, so that may be the issue. It won't hurt. Try just, like, spelling out the word or just finding a way to do it with just ABC letters, because I swear that helps. That, and then rendering as you go. I keybound render entire work area, so not just rendering just the effects, but rendering the entire work area. I keybound that to my enter key, and then I just use alt and bracket keys to just make teeny tiny little work areas. And then as soon as I'm done with like a section, like I've stacked it up and I've applied the graphics, I just render it. And assuming that your computer's pretty good, like mine chews through it in like 5-10 seconds, it's not a big deal. And then you move on, and that's helped a lot. Since you have a gnome priest, used to have one, but I paid for a race change to a human last Sunday. I'm sorry to see you leave our kind. I'm sorry if this is too much editing talk. I just get so excited when I can talk to other people that do what I do, because you don't really get that a whole lot, or at least I don't. I don't chat often with like a lot of other creators, so usually they're like very isolated experiences. Use the turret. Use the turret. Okay. I can use the turret. Oh man. You played WoW for 2 months before you figured out there was a map. Oof. Oh, that's a big oof. I mean, I bet you had a really cinematic exploring experience. I bet it was very immersive. I bet you were like learning landmarks, assuming that that's true. Okay. Defending whatever this place is. Sure. Always weird and awkward. Hope you and your husband are well set, Paz. We're doing good. We're doing good. Yeah. Weird and awkward's fine. Women in gaming more normalized nowadays. No one blinks an eye at it anymore. I think it really depends on which game and which, like, subculture of the game. Because you're gonna have a very different experience in, like, a competitive shooter ladder than you will just like in a casual WoW raiding guild, I think. And it also depends on like the type of people you're hanging around. I don't think that we are done with like I don't think we are done with generally, you know, treating women well in gaming, but I think that at least in the part that I'm in, doing great. People, or in general, I've had many fewer, less odd gender-based experiences recently in the last like 3 or 4 years than I did early on. I did roll a mage. This is my horde mage. She is a Nightborn elf. She is fabulous. And it is so much easier, at least as an alt, for getting around and stuff. Watching videos for a bit, but this is the first stream I've caught. Thanks for the content. Thanks for watching them. Dad O Boogans. Did you name your child Boogans? Not judging, just asking. edit talk is interesting. Ouch it, no map. Where I live, it's 2 a.m. Gonna hop out. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Ugh. We're almost done here anyways. We only stream for another 5 minutes usually. I am hoping that this is somewhere close to the end of this quest line. We gotta be close. At least the end of the scenario, right? I was so excited to do islands today, and I have run out of time. There's too many. What do you mean? I just blew them all up with a cannon. I won. Why? Where'd they come from? You've made it? Alright. It's my oldest kid's nickname. Did you see her shout out in Bellular's recent video? Depends on which one. I caught one like a couple of weeks ago. I think. I always appreciate being included. Makes me feel like part of a something. As opposed to just a lonely person in a room with a computer and a bunch of fish. Glad I caught part of the stream. Couldn't play WoW today. My mom's new puppy chewed in my computer charger and it broke and I had to buy a new one. Ooh. Oh, man. And it's not even your puppy. I mean, I'm sure it's a cute puppy. On the bright side, cute puppy, but that's expensive. Okay. Kalani stream next. I wish you could, if he's, oh, we're done. We're done. We did it. I wish we could host, if he is actually streaming next, I wish we could host on YouTube. That would be cool. I don't think you can. See? 10 minutes. Man, that was well timed, actually. That worked out. Did I turn off all of my sound? It's occurred to me that I'm wearing headphones. I don't think anything's happening. Yeah, I turned off music somehow. Oopsie daisies. That's fine. Do you like the upcoming changes? Is it 8.2? Yeah, 8.2 is a new patch. I haven't really looked into class changes too much. I think the first round went in on the PTR, but I never stress too much about those because they're going to change what they're going to change, and I'm still going to be a Shadow Priest. It doesn't really matter. But the new content and the new systems, mount equipment, so you'll be able to equip an item that allows you to walk on water with any of your mounts, not just your water striders. Very excited about that. I am sick of the water bug. I want to ride a water boat. Real happy about it. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Check out my Mag'har Wolf. That took an hour. That was a solid hour of a quest chain. Maybe like a little under, but fair warning. How long is the, not that I'm going to do it like right now, but how long is the High Mountain Tauren one? Do you guys know? Because I could do that anytime. I can start it. Oh, this is a nice wolf, actually. I just thought it was going to be like, you know, I have wolves. Like, wolves are fine, whatever. But, like, that's a nice wolf. It's got, like, a sick collar. It's got, like, a fluffy tail with, like, an extra ponytail holder on it. You got this saddleback with, like, the it's like a throne on a wolf. What a cute puppy. I like that. Alright, well, I gotta make a Mag'har that I won't play. Carbon did kill Heroic Jaina. The unlocks are no joke. Ooh. Downloaded the DBM voice pack. I hope you enjoy it. Do I really want to use up a... Oh, no, there's no character slots anymore. That's right. All 50 of them right here. Alright. New allied race. Mag'har Orc. What should my Mag'har Orc alt that I won't play be? Ooh, they do look kind of cool. You can be a Mag'har Orc priest? Well, I don't want to be a warrior. What are the racials? That's a good question. Invoke your ancestors, granting you their power. Thanks. Helpful. Alright, pet health increase, so that's a vote in the point of hunters. Faster mount speed, reduced duration. So what's that buff like? Is that just like primary stat, main stat? Secondary stat? Sick tattoos? Mag'har Orc Shadow Priest? I've never really played an Orc Clothy, actually. I do like them in... They could be like a hunter. You can't be a Mag'har Warlock. You can be a regular Orc Warlock, but not usually a Mag'har Warlock. Not usually, never. Blackrock Orc Female Rogue? As much as Garona is a really cool thing, I'm not really a Orc Rogue. I just don't like melee. Alright, so let's assume I don't like melee. That rules out Warrior, Rogue, Monk, which leaves me with Mage, Shaman, Priest, and then Hunter. I already have a Nightborn Mage, so I'm going to rule that out. Also, that's weird. Shaman, priest, hunter. So my Coil Tyran is a shaman. If I was going to be a Mag'har shaman, I would be an enhancement shaman. Which I know I just said I don't want to be melee, but I don't need to make sense. I do like a good priest, but do I want them in cloth? I think it's like hunter or shadow priest. Hunter's easier to level. Oh, yeah. Let's be clear. I'm not leveling this. This is like the very last thing that I'm going to level. I could be a healing monk. Let me customize this. What do we got skin options. Ooh, you can be like a black one, you can be like a gray one, you got like the brown, you got like the dark brown. I like the warm tone. I like the warm tone. Oh, so the tattoos are like included. Okay. And then, so warm tone, maybe more tattoos. Although, if you want the white tattoos, I do like the white tattoos. Those go like right up on the face too. These ones are kind of off the face, which is like less exciting. These ones look undead, honestly. I guess they're scars? I don't know. And then she just looks like she's turning into a turtle. So I like these ones. Okay, I like these ones. So maybe just the one she started with? Or maybe that. That's very like, what, Laughing Skull? Is that what they are? And then some different faces. I want her to have like, yeah. I want like some focus. Some mean brows. I like that first one. That's kind of, I like the hair actually. Oh, ha. Oh, these are so much better than regular orc hair. Oh, I love these. Okay, what do I want? I like braids. This is too nice. I like that. Big ponytail and some braids. Yeah. And then, what colors can I do? Dark. You got like the dark brown. The dark brown looks natural with it, I think. Like one of these ones. Or there's like the red. The red's nice. I like this brown. Accessories. So we got some jewelry. Skin colors is a different clan? Okay. Laughing Skulls, the scars. What's this one then? Who are these ones? This is not how you gain a rep. I did all the world quests. What else can I do? I ran out. Nose ring, necklace, earrings. There's like the rings. I want the bone ones because those kind of match. Blading Hollow, ones from Tanan. The long braids and ponytails look fun while casting. But okay, so this looks like this. If she's a priest, she looks like that. I don't think I like the tattoos with like all the cloth armor. I guess you can take the shoulders off it. If I was going to do her as a shadow priest, I would do like a super scantily clad shadow priest. Like really minimal cloth armor. So you can really see like the casting going on. I don't know. Swipe right on that one. Which direction is it supposed to be? I got married before Tinder happened. Black Mage Reef set. I'm thinking that red robe, like the fireworm robe from Shadow, or from the caverns underneath Orgrimmar, that like undead warlocks used to start with, or I guess any warlocks used to start with. Bye Hazel, see you later Noodle Wolf. We're almost done here. I just need to make a decision. Do I want a hunter? Do I want a priest? I think I want a hunter, and then if I make a second Zandalari, because I'm having a real hard time picking with them, if I make a second Zandalari, I'll do Zandalari priest. Do I want a second Zandalari? I don't know. I think I like Mag'har as a hunter. It's very like Rexar. And then I think this is it. Like, let's try it with like out. Those tattoos are also nice, and I guess she does get like, I wanted some tattoos on her face because I feel like it just looks a little too clean otherwise. Especially because I can't give her, like, monster tusks. So that's nice, too. That's just a little too undead looking to me. And then, that's a little too Dark Iron Dwarf looking to me. So. Go for monk? Agree with monk? I never play my monks. Also, I don't really like leveling monks. Gotta be melee. Hunty McHuntress? Oh no, I'm gonna have to come up with another way to spell Hazel. That's the problem with having all your alts in the same server, is you have to like not double use names. Oh boy. Alright. I guess I can always go to a barbershop later. Her name. Hey. Oh gosh. I'm running out. Do I want Y's? I've done Y's like after the Z before. I've never done a Y before the Z. I don't like that. Hey, like that is for horses. And I will not use special characters. I am very against it. I would rather stick all of the extra vowels and S's and Z's in it before I go for a special character. A J? No. No, no. Oh, yeah. You can't use apostrophes, otherwise I wouldn't mind that. I don't hate that, because that's like Mag'har. You've got like the H after your consonant. Alright. There she is. She's beautiful. I will not play her. Okay. Thank you guys very much for watching my live stream. I just put out a vlog earlier today, actually before the stream for once. Go me. Professional over here. So check that out. Videos, one day. I make those sometimes. Appreciate the support, the super chats, the sponsorships. Means a lot to me. If you are a patron supporter, go make sure you vote on the baking stream poll. Patrons of any tier can do that. And hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.